Hi everyone, and you're so much welcome to today's tutorial. I still mean your shoe making it easy tutorial. Today we're going to simply be looking at this beautiful open toe design and how we can cut this without having to draw on the shoe last. If you are watching for the first time, I need you to know that all we do here is make shoemaking easy and simple for you. So I need you to relax and see me create this without having a shoe last. So all we want to do on this channel is reduce your family expenses on footwear. We want to also help you to be able to build a new income stream, and of course we really want to be part of alleviating poverty in our society. So don't forget to like this video as you watch. Don't forget to subscribe, because with that you will consistently see all of our beautiful do-it-yourself footwear designs, both for women, for men, and as well as children. Now I want you to sit back and I'm gonna be right back. All right, you are definitely going to be needing a strap. This is actually a paper. You're going to be needing two straps to first of all create your open toe design. Now, what I have here is 2 centimeters. This is about 3 centimeter wide. 3 centimeter wide. As you can see, this is 3 centimeter wide, and the length is... Alright, hi everyone, and I'm still your shoemaking made easy tutor Ojurole Mojibola. I'm sure you can see the beautiful collections of footwears that we have on the screen, and definitely this is actually about our mastering children footwear class. And of course what we are going to be teaching in this class are all these beautiful designs that you are seeing right here. And of course the class is going to be starting October 15th. Yeah, October 15th, and the payment is actually 10,000 naira for the class. It's going to be a 3 week class, and we are going to be mastering just children footwear, not just boys, not just girls. Of course it's going to be both gender, and I tell you it's going to be phenomenal. I don't know what will be keeping you out of that. Make sure you don't miss it for anything. I need you to know that at Jibbyfemforte all we do is make shoemaking easy for you. The reason for this is just to help you to reduce your family expenses on footwear, at the same time create new income stream for you. And of course I believe with this you can actually sell the products, you can actually sell the knowledge you acquire as well. If you're already into shoemaking, I tell you this could actually be a good refresher course for you to go into. You can use the number on the screen to actually send a WhatsApp message. I need you to see it. The net is actually 25 centimeter long. Now I know the first question you want to ask me is, how do I know what length to use? How do I know what width to use? Now, considering the kind of pattern that we are working on, you want to first of all ask yourself how wide this part of the open toe design is. So that will be the major determinant of what the straps, the width of the strap is going to be. So what I have around here is just about 4 centimeter. So that's why I'm using 2 centimeter as my width for this particular strap. Now, as far as the length is concerned, you can pick up your tape roll and then position the tape roll. Make sure you have about 3 centimeter at the back. Let it cross this way, so that at least you have excess. You can see that I really have a lot at the back. This is actually more than 3 centimeter. Always make sure you have 3 centimeter as extra for your lacing allowance. So you can use your tape rule to measure your foot from your biggest toe, of course, to where exactly you want that open toe design to stop. That is all you need to do to know the length. Do the same thing for the second side. That will help you to know what length to actually use. So I got the length I used from taking that measurement. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I am going to be crossing over my straps. I'm going to be crossing over my straps this way, like cross it this way. You don't want to do this just by using your eye to check it. If you're going to be using your foot, which is actually what I said in the beginning of the video, you have to place it on your foot to do this. The same way I'm placing on the shoe last is the same way you are going to place. You want to make sure that, assume this is the end of this big toe on your foot. So you want to make sure that you place it covering it a bit. You can see it's covering it a bit, and the reason is because our open toe design is meant to stop here. It's supposed to have a back pattern. If you want yours to just be at the front alone, you can make it come down a little bit so that it can grab the feet properly. Of course, if you don't want that, you can just allow it to be where it is. That is also perfectly okay. If you just want it to be at the front part, it doesn't really need to be wide. All right, so with this, I'm going to leave this way. I don't want it to be too wide. It's going to be at the front, and then I'm going to also pick this side, and I'm going to also, you know, let it go this way. Now you need to take cognizance that this part, now let me show you from the back. Now if you look at this, you want to ensure that the one on the inside, the inner part of your leg, this is actually the right shoe last, the inner part here should not come down more than this particular part for this open toe design. So you have to definitely pay attention to that part. So you want to make sure that you check it, and then it does not go, you know, this is supposed to be here, and by the time you are positioning the one on this other side as well, make sure that they are almost at the same spot. This one should not be, you know, out, and this one will be in. So let me quickly do that for us to see what I'm saying. Also, you want to also note the front part, this part and this part, as much as possible, can actually be at the same spot, or this one comes down a bit so that this part of the design can actually be the one that will come out a bit more. When I mention a bit, I'm just talking about between a 0.2 to 0.1 centimeter, which is 1 millimeter or 2 millimeter. That's just what I'm talking about. So obviously it's not something that somebody who is not really into the crafts can, you know, observe why they are actually, you know, when you are wearing it. So I'm going to come to this side and do the same thing, then check it from the front here to see whether this is, you know, down or up. So I just want to make sure that they are okay. So with this, I also want to check this front part. Are they okay? You can see me trying to adjust this particular part. So with this now, I am perfectly okay. So what I will do is hold this in between down, and then use my contact cement adhesive to quickly hold that intersection together. That is what we are going to be using to create this design. So I want to relieve this. I want to leave this, and then apply my gum on there. Apply my gum on there. This is what I'm using there. It's called a Forte here in Nigeria, but it's actually the general purpose contact cement adhesive. Now you want to also make sure that these you know, points are actually at the center of your leg if you are definitely creating this from your leg. So if you put it again and you are not satisfied, you can also still open it. So from what I have here, as long as I am satisfied with what I have, I think this is too much for me. I don't want this to go down at all because this is a sandal. So I don't want it to be too much. I need to bring this in a bit so you can see what this looks like. Just take your time, and if you prefer to draw, it's not everybody that has an artistic skill, and this is the essence of this. I hope you have liked this video. If you haven't done that, can you go ahead and click the like button? Please ensure you subscribe as well so that you can always see our videos. There's a notification bell dangling. Click the notification bell and say all of our videos. I want to always see it. Now with this, we have our open toe design. All right, madam, what are we going to be doing next? I am going to go ahead and transfer onto another, you know, I'm going to transfer it into another plain design like what I have right here. So how do I do this? Let's go right into it. Now, a lot of people have actually asked me, how do I join your mastering class for children footwear? I need you to know that how to join is, the first thing you want to do is you want to make your payments, which is 10,000 naira. Now this class, we are going to be learning a lot. We are going to be going from material sourcing to tool sourcing. pattern cutting, and then we're going to be teaching sole template creation. I'm going to be teaching you how to create soles for them. I'm also going to be making soles available, I mean templates available for you to use. Yes, you are going to be having access to free sole templates for both male and female. I'm going to be teaching us how to create wedges for both for children majorly, and of course we're going to be having amazing boys sandals. We're going to be looking at how to create school sandals for them. Anyone can join. If you have been into shoemaking, you can join. If you have never learned shoemaking before, you can join, because I want my mommies, I want my daddies, my aunties and uncles to also learn this and reduce family expenses on footwear, and at the same time build new income stream. My name is Tiludurole Mojibola, and trust me, I'm going to see you there. Bye. I want us to be able to see properly. That's why I've decided to use a white background. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to place this. I want to go ahead and I will be tracing it out. So I believe we can see this clearly. I hope so. So from this now, you can see what it looks like. In short, if you want to use this like this, you can actually use it. You want it to open at the side like this, you can just trim this whole out and you have a unique design right there. But the first thing I want us to first of all do, get a round object as wide as this. Let me check what the diameter of this is. This is about 9 centimeter diameter. So you can get a round object that has that diameter. It could be your drinking cup. Ensure you get something that has that diameter. So I'm going to use it to create a curve here. Can you see that? I'm also going to come to this side. I think I need to zoom this in for you to see what I'm doing here. Can you see the way I placed it? I made sure that it's touching this line. It's touching this line here. It's also touching it right here. So I'm going to hold it down, then try to create my curve. So with this, I have this curve and I have this curve. You can see what I have right here. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is, there is actually an opening on this, our beautiful bow open tool design. So I am going to be connecting all of them together this way, like connect together. Let me see if no, this cannot do that for me. So I think what I'm just going to do right away is draw a line right here. I'm going to draw a line right here too. You understand that? Now I am going to actually reduce, because it has a cut up here, it has another cut up here. So I am going to just go ahead and reduce the two sides by just 1 centimeter. Like that will be the opening, like from here to here, 1 centimeter. I'm going to come to this lower part. From here to here is also 1 centimeter. So I have only this middle for whatever thing I want to do. I also want to connect where the two of them connected with themselves here, so that I can have a proper shape there. Can you see what I have? So it means I'm going to come to this side and adjust where my 1 is, which is here. So I need you to go with me on this. I'm going to come now. I need you to look at this. This is the midpoint. I want it to have a curve here, curve around here. On this side, I want it to have a curve. So I am going to just move like 0.2 centimeter away from the midpoint. 0.2 is 0.2. So you can use your ruler to just check the first calibration, the next one, that's 0.2. The first one, the next one, that is 0.2. Just for us to have a curve here. So what will happen is I'm going to start from here. Don't forget, we are creating what? We are creating what? A beautiful open toe bow design. That's what we are trying to create. So you can see what I have. I'm also going to do that here. And I'm also going to do the same thing here. Don't forget, the reason for this is because I want us to have a curve here. So you can actually use an object to also curve this part, or you do the curving when you want to Oh, sorry, I'm not sure you can see this part. Sorry for that. I'm sure you can see this, right? So you can see what we have right here. Now, another thing that I also want you to know, that I don't just want this opening to look anyhow like this. Now, you can decide to cut it off this way. It's also fine. You can decide to make it, you know, a bit wider if you want to. But as far as I'm concerned, this is perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. Our bow is going to be attached to this part, and it's also going to be attached to this part, and we are still going to be having our opening in between. So if you want this part to be curved, you can make it curved. Let it not be an angle by the time you're cutting through. So how do I go about my cutting now? I can decide to fold together this way. I can decide to fold together like I have, but I can also decide to use my utility knife. Now, if you don't have a utility knife, please, you need to get one. It's one of the most important tools that you need here. So I'm gonna go ahead . Can you see what we have right there? So with this, we have our opening. If you want it to be a bit bigger than this, probably you don't want your own to be this small, you can also still come down a bit more, and then you are good to go. I mean, if you want it to be really small. So let's go ahead and trim all of this out and see what our open toe bow design look like. It's actually an open toe bow design that we are creating. If you are still watching till now and you haven't liked this video, you are very wrong. And also, I hope you have decided to register for the forthcoming mastery class for children footwear. I tell you, we are going to be really learning a lot. If you have not made footwear before, I want you to know that I am going to make it totally beginner friendly. We are going to be learning from how to, you know, select our patterns, to how to, you know, buy our materials and so on. Can you see what this look like? Can you see? So let's go ahead and check on our last. You can see what it looks like. In short, the strap is quite much, so we can duly just reduce a bit. Don't reduce too much, so that so you can see what I have right here. Isn't this lovely? Isn't this beautiful? Can you see what I have right here? So at the end of the day, all you need to do after this is to create your bow and fix here and fix here. So I'm going to quickly fold my bow. This is actually about 7.5 centimeter long, and then this is 4 centimeter wide. So just try to pinch at the center. I'm just trying to create something for us to see. Now don't forget that it's not compulsory that you should use this same, you know, dimension. You can use another one entirely. I just want us to see what it looks like. So I'm going to use this, my belt, then apply some small gum here. I'm sure you really want to see this. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just want to show us bow. you want your home to be bigger than this, feel free to make it bigger. All right, you can see what our bow look like. Don't worry about their sizes. I believe this is actually a perfect and a beautiful open toe design you can create for yourself at home. If you have an old footwear that the upper is no more in place, you can remove and totally go through all of this process. I need you to know that all you need to create this is just about 2 pairs of leather. In short, if you can maximize a pair, it should be able to cut the the two designs for you, although I can't be certain it will be able to cover your inner sole, but I can ascertain about a pair. Let's say 2 pairs. Just buy 2 pairs, and if you can maximize the 2 pairs, you should be able to create 2 of these designs from the 2 pairs of leather you bought, if you can actually maximize it properly. I'm still your shoemaking made easy tutor, and don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to let me know in the comment section. I'm interested in the mastery class. Like I said, it's starting October 15th, and we're going to be there for good 3 weeks. It's perfect for beginners. You want to do a refresher course on how to create children footwears, from wedges to casual to school shoes. I don't want you to miss it. I still remain once again your shoemaking made easy tutor, Ojurele Mojuola. I'm going to see you next time. Bye.